Brazil, the largest country in South America, known for football, forests, and vibrant culture. But have you ever wondered, why is it called Brazil? It sounds ancient, maybe even indigenous. But nope, Brazil is actually named after a tree. And that tree sparked trade, conflict, and eventually, a whole country. Let's find out how Brazil got its name. Discovery and first impressions. In 1500, a Portuguese fleet led by Pedro Álvares Cabral arrived on the shores of what is now Brazil. They weren't looking for a new country. They were trying to reach India. Instead, they landed on a massive coastline full of lush forests, rivers, and indigenous nations. To the Portuguese, this new land seemed rich, but not in gold or silver. The wood that named a nation. What really caught their attention was a tree called Pau-brasil. It had dark red sap, like embers or glowing coals. The wood was prized in Europe as a dye for fabrics. In fact, the name Brazil comes from the Portuguese word brasa, meaning ember, because of the wood's fiery color. So they named the tree Pau-brasil, literally ember wood, and then they started harvesting it, a lot of it. A land becomes a label. Pau-brasil quickly became one of Europe's most in-demand resources. It was so valuable that for a time, it was the main reason the Portuguese returned to the land again and again. And over time, the name of the product became the name of the place. By the mid-1500s, maps were already labeling the coastline as Terra do Brasil, land of Brazilwood. Eventually, the wood was nearly wiped out from overharvesting, but the name stuck. Not the original name. Here's something most people don't know. Brazil had another name before it was Brazil. When Cabral first claimed the land for Portugal, it was called Ilha de Vera Cruz, Island of the True Cross. Then, Terra de Santa Cruz, Land of the Holy Cross. These names reflected Portugal's Catholic roots, but traders didn't care about crosses, they cared about Pau-brasil. So in common speech and commerce, Brazil took over. What the name means today. Today, Brazil is the only country in the world named after a tree. The name connects the country not just to nature, but to its colonial roots, trade history, and environmental legacy. It's a reminder of how something as simple as a dye can shape the identity of an entire nation. And even though Pau-brasil is rare today, its name lives on in every passport, map, and football jersey. So now you know, Brazil isn't named after a king, a tribe, or a god. It's named after wood, the kind that changed history. What country name should I explore next? Drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who loves Brazil. See you in the next video.